Hey guys, welcome to the new patch 733D. There are smarter and more knowledgeable people than me that have already analyzed this patch. You should look up their analysis. I'm just going to go through it in the hope that you like to read the patch in my voice. So, here we go. Eternal Shroud. We don't see it a whole lot. We see it on Bristleback and Pudge occasionally. It hasn't been a very popular item. But here we go. 200 gold cheaper and a bit more mana conversion. I haven't tried it, so I don't have much input on how good this is going to be. But it seems like a pretty nice item in how it brings magic resistance. The main reason I don't get this is because whenever I would get this, I would instead get Pipe of Insight. Pipe of Insight offers a little bit less magic resistance to self, but you benefit from the aura. So you're getting 30% magic resistance when you go for Pipe of Insight. And when you go for Shroud, it's also 30%. But the Pipe offers 10% to your entire team and a magic barrier. They both have health regen, so that doesn't make Shroud special either. It does give 14 strength, which is nice, and synergizes with Crimson Guard. And incoming enemy spell damage gives you mana. So it's quite nice to get mana. And perhaps I should put the Eternal Shroud because it no longer has an active, so you can't misplay it anymore. Like, it's automatic, right? Which is very good at low level, which is anything 11k MMR and below. I should put Eternal Shroud on the map if I'm playing against Diffusal Blade. You may not get any mana while you're getting Diffusal attacked and getting spell attacked, but if you're getting Diffusaled and you're empty, and then you switch to getting attacked by magic, you'll get back mana rather quickly. So that seems pretty nice. Then, Octarine Core. No longer builds from Vanguard, no longer gives health regen. Now it's built from a whole bunch of mana items. So it gets lots of mana regen, no the health. So Octarine did so many things. It was your mana sustain, health sustain, it was CDR, and it was built from Vanguard, which made it incredible. Which actually makes me feel I'm still standing.
21, 41 months. I am still standing.
It actually makes me appreciate how much I underestimated this item, even though I knew it was good, when it was built with Aether Lens inside of it. That's pretty crazy. And like, it also had the range. Insane. Ring of Health further nerfed, which also nerfs Vanguard. And less damage block again. So it's the second damage nerf in a row. I think this is totally deserved. Once you get Vanguard on the off lane, the lane is over. It's easy mode. I just played a game of Axe yesterday. We won in 14 minutes and it was all because of me. Okay, it was all because of every lane winning. But basically, it's so good. And then it built into Octarine Core as well. Pretty crazy. Then let's go to the hero changes. I think, by the way, to summarize, all these item changes are good. And I don't see any gross oversights per se. Vanguard was the main offender. Hero changes. Abaddon loses 25 attack speed. 25 attack speed down. He got less strength and damage. Everything nerfed. Right? Arc Warden. Cooldown increased for the double by quite a bit, which is nice. And a bunch of other stuff. Bat Rider is one on a big train of universal heroes that get some nerfs. They were good right clickers, Vanguard Octarine builders.
Keeping my knees in the breeze.
Keeping my knees in the breeze! Come on, girl! Damage per stack decreased from 5, 10, 15, 20 to 4, 8. Yeah. So he was also a Vanguard Octarine builder. A little bit of a nerf for both of these. But they keep the E. The Firefly, I think it's called. Which is very good at level 1. Beastmaster, damage per axe decreased. Hawk Vision decreased. I think that's a good change. Bloodseeker was one of the top carries because he has self-sustain against all the universal right-clickers. He had 120 damage. Level 1 Blood Right. It's now 90. Bounty Hunter. 1 less strength. Stun duration down by quite a considerable amount. Which I think is probably deserved. It was really easy to first blood with this, by the way. Should still be okay. And Janata damage down by 10, which will affect his farming as well, like hitting range creep, hitting melee creep. Broodmother, universal hero that was like insanely good when I started playing Dota. She became universal. Her win rate went to 35. Then went up to 42 after a buff. And it's slowly been going up despite additional changes. She gets some buffs. She's probably viable again if you play her well. Klinks is a pup terror. Not as much of a pro gaming terror. The mana cost for Tar Bomb goes up, which is a significant nerf. Burning Skeleton Archers now have the same targeting priority as the Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards. Roshan's attack... Oh, that means that they'll get attacked if they're near, rather than ignored unless you click them. Roshan's attacks now count as hero attacks for burning... Yeah. Dude, what about tower attacks? I feel like tower attacks should also count as hero attacks against it. Because... Did you know that like a level 13 or whatever Klinks... A level 13 Klinks, who is queuing the game as position 4, can just solo Roshan? Because he drops like 6 skeletons and Roshan needs like 1,000,000 years to kill them all. And because they're not technically summons, he doesn't even thunderclap like he would against, let's say, 2 Quill Pigs from Beastmaster. Hero hits to kill Burning Skeleton. Oh, okay, there we go. So this is also a nerf to his interaction with Roshan, with towers, with everything. No, it means towers and Roshan won't prioritize them. Oh! Oh, so he no longer becomes this monstrous tower killer in that, yes, the skeleton archers add damage to towers, but no, they will no longer soak 24 hits from tower while the minions are surviving. Oh, that's good, that's good. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, okay, good change. Because his backdooring was ridiculous, to be honest. Though I was looking forward to abuse it myself, so that's kind of sad. Crystal Maiden, minus half mana regen to self. Disruptor base damage decreased by 2. Thunderstrike damage rescaled. I had no issue with him in pups. But I really think Disruptor... Thank you so much, Deity. I really think he was much better in competitive than in ladder. It's really hard in pubs to make a comeback with him, and it really needs some other things too. Yo, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Have a good stream, Deity. Yeah, I thought maybe the first thing to address would be his W, but they're just kind of addressing his laning stage, because this does nothing to late game, and this does nothing to late game either. So they're really addressing his level 1 to 5. That's it. I'm looking forward to Crystal Maiden's nerf next patch notes. -1 agility. Doom, base armor decreased by 1, bonus gold rescaled even further, more at level 1 but much less at the late levels, which is arguably more significant. Bonus movement speed decreased by 1%
Welcome
to
the
4%. Wow. And
Nathanomus,
here
40
too.
months. This kingdom shall fall, and from the
This
ashes
kingdom shall fall, from the ashes shall rise a new order that will shake the very foundations of the world. Who said that? Was it Moses? Damage per instance increased. Oh, Enigma making a comeback. Which technically is a buff to Gyrocopter, even if he doesn't get much of a buff himself. Missile 2 damage increased by 50. Yo, absolutely fantastic carry hero now. Gyrocopter, insane. Keeper of the Light, recall, teleport delay increased. Okay. Base damage of LC decreased by 2. Bonus attack speed decreased from 50. Okay, 15 less at level 4. That's legit. Overwhelming odds damage per hero decreased from 60 to 50. I don't really disagree with anything yet. Until now. Leshrac. Quad buffs. Was he so dead? Really?
I shall restore the imbalance.
Oh, he wants to restore the imbalance. Okay, it's a little underwhelming in pubs. I see. Well, if I'm ever gonna mid, I'll Leshrac. Lightning Storm plus 20 damage at level 1. That's a big one. Lich, minus 5 movement speed. Getting the Crystal Maiden treatment. He was bad in pro play too. I see. Maybe also because everyone got more magic resistance from their intelligence. That's hitting spellcasters big time. Lena, still bad. Lion, still bad. Lycan, getting dangerously good again. Magnus, oh my god, that's a huge nerf. Minus 6 agility. And Empower on self-cast, only 50. How is he on others?
My horn is sharp. My pike is sharper still.
Ah, he himself received 75%. Oh, it was better on himself. Not as much anymore. Still good. Marcy, strength gain decreased. Agility gain decreased. Scepter cooldown reduction decreased. Silence duration decreased. Oh. Yeah, she was apparently top 10 popularity in pubs at high level. Not at my level yet, but you know, I'll be there soon. Cap. Mystic Snake. Aw, less mana. Pity. Yeah, I think Magnus' nerf is super deserved. It's gonna make a big impact. He was already not that high win rate, even if his damage was insane. I guess he's a little harder to play, and there were a lot of one-day fly abusers. Mana Shield is gonna block less damage on illusions. Stone Gaze, 20% less. And here, 25% less. Stun. Mirana, minus 10 attack speed, max stun duration. Ah, finally she got the patch treatment, because I noticed it at that time when they nerfed all the stuns, that like Mirana and one or two others were unaffected. Maybe only Mirana. And she's really good. Stun duration decreased further. They're really addressing the stuns in this game. Attack range increased by 20. That's a big deal. Nature's Call, mana cost decreased. Is he universal now?
The elements of my nature.
No, he's not. And his win rate is about 40%. Ancient is usually an aberration. But the most reliable stats, at least on the in-game, not Dota Buff, Dota 2 Pro Tracker, shows he's in a pretty bad spot. Amir Nova, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Salam Dadash. Salam is hello? Dadash? I don't know. Mana cost decreased. Cooldown decreased. DPS per tree. Small buffs. Not going to make a huge difference. I would imagine it's scary to buff him too much, because he can be so oppressive when he's strong. He needs to... in my opinion, heroes like Nature's Prophet always need to be around 44 to 47% win rate. If the average Joe can use them to be 50%, they're going to be like super broken in the hands of someone that plays it competently. The amount of extra skill you can add to a hero like this, even when they're undertuned, makes it valid. So this kind of hero needs to remain around this level. Like this level of strength, 45% in pubs. Nyx, less damage, good. I still think Nyx does too much burst. Nyx still has a kit that could allow him to support teammates and to play a sustained fight. But instead, he just has this cheesy blow up that works well in pubs, same as Klinks. And it doesn't feel good to be blown up from 100% to 0, even when you have a magic resist item, to a Nyx that has the same level of net worth as you, whatever hero you are. What? I think he needs more nerf. Even if his win rate is not that crazy. I guess he's like 49 or something. Okay, he's 50, 51. 51. So he's a little bit good by the stats.
By the impurities.
Pangolier, -5 movement. Huge nerf on swashbuckle range at level 1. Decent Pango nerfs. I don't play him enough to have a big opinion. He doesn't get played at my level that much. He's too hard. He seems easy, but he's too hard for my level.
Welcome to the Grubsters.
Yeah.
Prime Fire Phoenix, 5 months. Game changes each time I adjust XD.
Yeah. Phantom Lancer. Scepter bonus illusion damage decreased. That's quite a bit. Illusion damage decreased. That's quite a bit. Still salvageable. Still somewhat possible, though I do think this hits him hard. Let's look at what the rest is. Phantom Rush bonus agility duration. Oh, come on. This is the only thing that allows him to even farm. You know, I don't even think he farms that fast in general. The period of time from like level 5 when you get driven out of lane or 6 going into the jungle, from 6 to 10 it's pretty slow. Then you get level 10, finally it's good. You get 4 seconds instead of 1.5. 1.5 is nothing for bonus agility. That's like 1 or 2 hits. So now you're doing like, I don't know, you're doing 50 damage extra, but with the talent suddenly you're doing hundreds of extra damage thanks to the talent. You get 8 strength, which is not helping you at all while you're in the jungle. A little bit of regen. Illusion's a bit tankier. What does it compete with? Would you actually take the other one?
Dark prophecy rise.
Come on. We can do this. Spirit Lance damage. Would you? 50? This is so useless without the talent. I don't think you even have to max it anymore. But do you farm with Spirit Lance? It's 120 mana. Maybe you do. Maybe it's time to get Falcon Blade and to get Spirit Lance 280 plus the 50, and you're doing 330 damage. You're farming like Spectre.
You may
with
fetter my
Q.
leg, but my will. Not even Zeus can overpower. Epictetus.
Epictetus. Yeah, I would not be very eager to pick Phantom Lancer anymore. I think maybe when you play Phantom Lancer now, you are spamming. Yeah, but by level 10 you're not in lane anymore either. I think you have to really rethink how you farm with him, because the talent was basically carrying you from level 10. So now you would need, well, you don't want Battle Fury. Diffuser's not a farming item. You could go for Battle Fury, you could go for Midas, you could go for Radiance. What about Radiance Phantom Lancer? This sounds pretty good. Phylactery PL? PL Radiance in Dota 1. It's been a build for a while, yeah. But how do you get the money? Maybe as Phantom Lancer, you stay in lane longer now, and you spam Q, you max Q, and you get the level 10 Q. And you just only pick 1 point in E for mobility. That's how I would play it. I would go 4-4-1, 4-4-1 ult, and then get this damage talent, not the strength. Maxing 1. It would be like... Where are you, Phantom?
I was told there would be danger.
Oh. I would do like this. Well, it depends when you take doppelganger, but something like this. Juxtapose. This. Doppelganger. Doppel. Take the talent. Spirit Lance damage. Finish. How good does doppelganger get? It's a dispel. It's just shorter cooldown. Ah, shorter cooldown, yeah. Maybe you don't need as much of it. Shorter cooldown. Maybe you get it to level 2 or to level 3. And then you get Phantom Rush. Even though I'm disappointed with Phantom Rush. Could be like this. Could be like this. Usually, I find that it's quite unusual to be like 2 of each. It's unusual to do something like this. There's almost never a reason you want to spread yourself thin rather than maxing. But I don't see enough reason to max Doppelganger either. Like, yeah, the cooldown is nice. But do you need extra cooldown at level 13? You're still in your farming phase. Guess it makes you a bit safer. And while Phantom Rush is disappointing, you're still gonna probably take it here. Yeah, you could play Spirit Lance cooldown and just spam it. It goes to a 5-second cooldown, and then you spam it with the Scepter, and then you go Aetherlens, Octarine, Aetherlens, Octarine, Axe. You're just spamming Q. But it feels like a meme. It doesn't feel like super good, like you're gonna carry with the game. 330 damage on a 5-second cooldown is not enough for a carry. Maybe as a support. Yeah, you would take ulti level 2, of course. So I think you still go Phantom Rush bonus agility duration. It still makes the hero, which means you do want to have max Phantom Rush by then. So I think this would work just fine. Having level 2 Doppelganger allows you to use it every 18 seconds instead of every 22. I think that's helpful for camps so that you can tank. And then Juxtapose just took a damage nerf, didn't it? (18, 20, 22). No, it's not that I undervalue the strength talent on PL. It's that I know it's good. I just feel like if you take this and you max E like before, you will farm glacially slow. So what I would want to try is to get Spirit Lance damage and then go for an item that gives me mana. Even though that's not what PL generally wants to do. Right? I would seriously consider going Falcon Blade. But you never max Q. Exactly, you never max Q. It's a mistake, right? Because he maxes E. But now E has 1.5 seconds instead of 4 seconds. So you get to level 10. Yeah, you could put in stats too, actually. Then why take 50 damage? Well, because we just had a patch. I guess you just tuned in. We just had a patch that removed the agility at level 10 and put it on level 15. It sucks. It sucks for him a lot. So now I'm thinking, instead of happily leaving at level
Welcome
5,
to the
6 out of the
Grubster.
jungle, out of the lane,
Grumpy made
you
1
max Q so that you can lead to more kills, stay in lane, and try to get more kills. And then you get a mana item so you can do it more. So you can more liberally confirm range creep or poke at the enemy. Also, Vanguard got nerfed. That's indirectly a buff to Phantom Lancer. Very indirect, because I suppose none of the illusions break the Vanguard damage threshold anyway. So it probably doesn't make a big deal. Yeah, he's not going to be popular. Maybe a counter hero, I think. I don't think you happily pick him anymore. Thank you very much for the sub, Grumpy Made. Primal Beast. Each time the target is slammed, hit damage is now increased. Oh. I was unaware he needed a buff. But if he does need one, this is a pretty delicate good way. Yeah. He's good in high level pubs, Divine Ancient, and below that hard. Bit harder to play, I suppose. I feel like he's pretty strong. He feels pretty OP to me sometimes. But investing extra buffs into the later part of Pulverize allows you for skillful interrupts to be more valuable. And it allows a full channel to be more valuable. I think that's fine. Yeah, he's a really cool hero. He's fun to watch. It's very easy to look like you're inting on Primal. Yeah, I noticed that when I played him as well. Pakna. Ally drain heal per second. Didn't he just get nerfed? Wait. This was my suggestion. They're starting to listen to me. My influence is spreading. It's easy to see why. This was my suggestion. Nerfing life drain on allies. You said half the damage? Yeah, that's true. You remember. Well, 160 to 120 is not half. It's a quarter. They went for the in-between way. They're trying to hide how much influence I have on the patch notes. Thank you for the Divinity YouTube upload. Was really hoping you would. Yeah, cheers. Quap of Pain. Scepter initial damage bonus decreased. So that nerfs her Ags. It's specifically her Ags. Mana Blink. Plus 5 mana. Strength. 3. 3 nerfed. On level 10 talent. Damage. 5. Scream of Pain damage decreased. Yeah, she was good. If I was a mid player, I'd be playing her. You could probably play her as 1. I played against a carry Quap once. It started quite strong, but I think it fell off. It shouldn't though. With Scepter, she can be relevant all game. And her ulti. Razor, my love! One of my most played heroes of all time. 75 games. I even shelled out all the shards that I could have used for avoid slots. And I shelled them out on a specific set of... I forgot what it's called. You know, the bonuses. The...
I serve the interests of the
This thing. What is this?
longer.
Relics. Yeah. I spend money on relics. Shards. But he's so bad now. 2 agility is nice. That puts him at what? 42 damage? Doesn't he, without items, have like 44 or 46 damage or something?
The lightning revenant rises.
48. Up from 46. Still really bad. But luckily, with Static Link, you get a lot more damage. And the duration from Static Link has gone from 9 to 12, which is actually extremely relevant. That's a lot more hits on your opponent in lane. I almost want to try him again, but what's the cooldown for Static Link? 50 seconds.
Bring terror for them all.
And the level 10 agility from 12 to 14. I almost want to try him, but I still think he's pretty hard to pull off. Razor is generally happy when Vanguard gets nerfed, when auras get nerfed. So the removal of Wraith Pact, even though he's kind of a Wraith himself, the removal of Wraith Pact, any nerf to AC, Pipe of Insight, Bearing, drums, all of that, he's happy with it for the most part, because he doesn't like buying those and he gets played in position 3 sometimes. But you can also play him in position 1. I still don't think he farms fast enough for level 1. And I don't think he can join the game and play Dota early enough as a 1 either. Maybe as a 2 or a 3. Silencer, Arcane Curse. Damage decreased. Oh, the initial damage, right? Yeah, deserved. Shrapnel, bigger at high level. Fine. Spirit Breaker. It's been real good this patch. -1 armor. Cooldown increased by 4. At level 1. and by 1 at level 4. Bulldoze, CDR, nerfed by 1 second. Techies, 10 attack speed, nerf. Sticky bomb damage, bit down. Smaller stun from blast off at high level. Timbersaw. You know, I feel like this is Valve. They got like this challenge. Don't speak in patch notes, it's unprofessional. No italics, no explanation. This is a nothing burger. This kind of nothing burger change is like Valve saying, we are aware that Timber is performing well, but we want to collect more data and see if it persists over a longer period of time. But we're looking at him. So we're going to do a nothing burger change to let you know we're looking at him. Avalanche, minus 3 second cooldown. Tusk, Snowball. Damage per ally. Yes! Throw in your Sniper and Disruptor for a little bit of bonus damage. I like it. Let's go for a ride. Venomancer, Noxious Plague. Minus 50 damage. That's fair. Performing very well. In fact, Venomancer escaped greater justice, in my opinion. Void Spirit, he should be hit by the nerf bat so hard that he can't recognize his own face. Minus 1 strength. Scaling. So at level 10, he has 3 strength less. 4. Right? At level 10, he has 4 strength less. And 8 intelligence less. So at level 10, he has, 1, 4, 12. 12 stats less, which is 8.4 damage less. $80 health less or so. Mana cast, dissimulate, increase. Okay. Void mark, damage decreased. All of these are relatively small and manageable. At level 11, technically. Don't people get their strength gain at level 1 already? Let me see. Base strength, 21. So I'm expecting that his strength is actually 23.6, 24 when I demo him. Because level 1 is added. I'm expecting him to have 24 strength.
I arrived to avert the destruction that comes.
He has 21. So it's true. Level 1, they do not add the scaling. Henrik, we were both wrong. Henrik, yeah, you were saying, Henrik, you punk. I'm still Chatter. Chatter is wrong. Hey, a little bit of schizo action never hurts anyone. Nice protection, lawyer. Talent Outer Dissimulate Ring replaced with 70 resonant pulse damage. The outer ring is super important and it's been delayed by 5 seconds. Did I say 5 seconds? 5 levels, which takes a little bit longer. That's a big nerf. I still think he's playable, but I don't know if you can go Echo Saber Daedalus anymore. Maybe you can. Who knows? This one is the biggest nerf. These 3 are still manageable. But you can't say losing 12 stats at level 11 makes no difference. It's huge. Wind Ranger. Minus 10 attack speed. 4 strength less at level 11. Physical damage taken reduction during Aghanim's. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even know it did that. That's so broken. I'm glad they nerfed it. Focus fire damage reduction increased. So she does only 70% of her attack damage instead of 75 while attacking that fast. Focus fire damage reduction decreased. Yeah. Yeah, deserved. Winter River needs to be nerfed too. Base strength decreased from 22 to 20. Base damage decreased by 2. Base attack speed by 10. He's still good, but these are deserved changes.
By the power of Goroth.
From the roost of winter.
He does better in Dota 2 Pro Tracker than in pubs, even though I thought that he's quite a good pub hero. But maybe he's a little bit easy to grief with multiple spells. I remember fondly when I played him for the A to Z. Oh, no kidding. Look at that. Holy shit. No wonder I remember it fondly. This is like one of my best games ever. Bloodthorn, Scepter, Witchblade. Wait, did I play in mid? It looks like it. Sick.
As the arrow flies.
But yeah, Wyvern nerf is fair. Zeus. Damage increased by 25 at level 2 and 50 at level 3. Overall, how do we rate this patch? Via my very scientific method. I've been keeping notes. I rate this patch a 7.8 out of 10. It's an unexciting, good patch, addressing major issues like the universal power creep, Octarine Vanguard. That's it. Fantastic. Let's begin playing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to sub to the grub, and I'll see you next time.